Hello everybody and welcome back here once again to IndySportsCrew.com. I'm Thad Van Evener and welcome into Monday Night Reaction. Even though it is a Tuesday, I apologize for being a day late, but last night I had to make a quick trip down to Greene County to meet my brand new nephew, Jacoby Ryan Van Evener, my brother Garrett and his girlfriend Kelsey. Bringing in a new guy into the world, and I'm sure he'll be a big fan of IndySportsCrew.com, but we had to go meet Jacoby, and Jacoby, it was very nice to meet you, and let me tell you, I know you're only 1 day old, but I think you're already a stud. So anyway, I apologize for the lateness on Monday Night Reaction, but it was a big win for the Colts over the Packers Sunday at Lucas Oil Stadium. I was there with my wife Jessica, and man, it was thrilling. The crowd was into it. There were a lot of Packers fans there, which would be expected. When the Packers come to your house, there's going to be a lot of Packers fans there. But man, what an unbelievable atmosphere, and what a great comeback for the Colts it was to get that win. And that was a big win for them. They win 30-27. They outscore the Packers 27-6 in the second half. A couple of reasons why they did that. Obviously, they were able to put some points on the board, and that was led by two guys mainly, and that was Andrew Luck and namely Reggie Wayne. The 33-year-old wide receiver was a stud on Sunday. He finished with 13 catches, 212 yards, and the game-winning touchdown with under a minute to go, where he just dabbed his arm right in there, got to the goal line for the game-winning score. Andrew Luck had a huge second half. He actually finished the game 31 for 55, 362 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have 1 pick, but that didn't really cost the Colts too badly, that interception that he did throw. But you have to respect a couple different things. Reggie Wayne goes out there, dominates the game. You threw anything in his direction on Sunday, he was going to come down with it. A couple one-handed grabs, unbelievable catches in traffic that he was coming down with that ball. And then Andrew Luck, he is a rookie, people, but he doesn't play like it in the clutch. He's very good in the 2-minute drill. We've already seen that numerous times this season. But also, he's not afraid to go make a big play and win it. And when he made that unbelievable run for a first down inside the 5-yard line, you had a pretty good feeling that the Colts were going to get it done at home with the crowd behind them. But maybe more importantly than the unbelievable offensive performance by those guys was the way the defense played in the second half, and namely just the pressure they were able to get on Aaron Rodgers of Green Bay. They got in his face, they hit him a couple times, they kept him off balance, and it wasn't every play, which was another thing that was interesting. Sometimes they would drop 8 guys into coverage and only rush 3. Sometimes they'd rush 5 or 6 guys. He just didn't know where it was going to go, and it was Mathis, it was Freeney, and even bigger was Corey Redding. Had 5 tackles and 2 sacks in the game. Corey Redding with a huge game, making his presence felt here in Indianapolis. The third thing I want to touch on real quick here before we wrap up Monday Night Reaction on a Tuesday, it was a big win. The Colts moved to 2-2. Why is that big? You're 2-2 through the first quarter of the season. You know, some coaches like to break down the season into 4 quarters. This is the first quarter of the season. You sit 2-2, so you're at 500, which is a pretty big deal. You want to make sure that you're maintaining a good pace and you give yourself a shot at the playoffs at the end of the season if you think you're good enough to get there. Another reason that's big, you get a win against Green Bay. You don't fall to 1-3, which is big. You stay at 2-2. Listen to the upcoming schedule of games that the Colts have. They have at New York Jets, Cleveland, at Tennessee, Miami, Jacksonville. None of those games, and that game is at Jacksonville. Obviously, the Colts have already played Jacksonville at home, but none of those games you look at and you say, oh man, that's a loss. You know, that team is so good. They're one of the best teams in the NFL. Those are all seem to be teams that are at the same level as the Colts. None of those teams are super impressive. Now, none of those teams are very, very bad teams. Obviously, the Browns have struggled this year, but they're not a terrible team with their young quarterback and a great young running back. I guess he's not really a young quarterback, even though he's a rookie in Whedon, but they have a great young running back. So, but all these games that they have coming up are very winnable games. And in this next quarter, in this second quarter and into the third quarter, the Colts have a chance to put themselves in a very good position as we get later into the year and maybe find themselves in that playoff hunt. If Andrew Luck keeps playing like this, he's no doubt the Rookie of the Year, but he could be leading his team to the playoffs. That's it for this Monday Night Reaction. Thanks for coming to IndySportsCrew.com, and once again, I want to say hello to my new favorite nephew in the world, Jacoby Ryan Van Evener. Thanks, and we'll see you again soon.